Hi friends, once again Siddharth. So this video is a continuation with my previous video wherein I explained you that I got a gift from a company that was a t-shirt, and I had to pay 7 euros as customs duty. I mean, although it was a gifted shirt, but still I had to pay 7 euros as a customs duty. So in the meantime, I even approached the Zollamt, that is the customs officer in Germany. So I got to know a lot of information about this stuff. So I would like to share this in this second video. So exactly what happened, friends. I assessed. I reached these guys. I checked their email IDs and got to know that we have to talk to the person, to the office which is nearest to us. So in that case, I approached the Berlin office, that is the customs office, and got really striking answers that I believe that you all must know, not should know. So since 1st July 2021, the rules have changed. Now the blanket rule is anything means anything you get from outside Europe, or they call it as Britland, that is third world country, third countries, not third world, I think. So any and everything that you get from third countries will has to go through customs and imports department. So these third countries includes USA, for example, Switzerland, for example, UK, China, and of course India. That is, anything which comes out from outside of Europe is bound to go through these customs department. That is the first point. So you cannot escape. I mean, I'm now extremely worried because I used to buy a lot of things from websites like Alibaba or even eBay, wherein they import directly from China or from other countries which are outside of Europe. So I am of the opinion that now probably we need to pay customs for everything which comes from outside of Europe. The only thing is, if you receive something which is from person to person, right? So suppose if my father and mother sent me kind of a sweet packet, then it may be exempted. Now again, there is a may inside, because the value of that parcel, I don't know who is going to evaluate it, because in India it is very cheap, but in Germany it may be very costly. I'm not quite clear about it. But the thing is, if the value of your parcel is less than a certain limit, then you may be exempted from this customs duty. So now, previously it used to be like, before July 2021, there used to be a rule that up to 22 euros of value could have been imported from outside EU also, without any taxes, without any import, without any customs charges. But now that rule is abolished. So even if your value, your parcel values is only 2 euros or 10 euros, it has to go through customs department. Now coming over to the new rules. So the new rule clearly mentions, friends, that if you are receiving any parcel or any gift from person to person, that is exclusively for private use, there is no company involved, there is no firm involved in the process, only person to person or person to private person, then up to 45 euros of value, it is exempted. You need not pay anything. Now rules are again different for different things, like if it is coffee, if it is tobacco, if it is alcohol, if it is perfumes, then rules are going to be different. I'll show you a small chart wherein you can understand it.
So as I mentioned in my previous video also, I sent a lot of emails and I even received a ticket number which was generated. And fortunately or surprisingly, on the same day, that is on 16th September, I received email reply as well. So here the Amt von Dresden hat geantwortet, that is they replied from Dresden, and what they say, I'll explain it to you. Sehr geehrter Herr Agrawal, für jede Ware, die Sie aus dem Drittland, zum Beispiel USA, Großbritannien, China, zugesendet bekommen, zugesandt bekommen, müssen ein für Abgaben bezahlt werden. So that means they have clearly mentioned that anything which you receive from third countries. Now Drittland means anything which is out of Europe. So let's say you receive anything from USA, from Gross Britannia, China, India, and any other country for that matter, even Switzerland. Zugesamtbetreuen müssen, they have to pay an import duty for sure. Abgaben von weniger als 1 Euro werden jedoch nicht erhoben. That is, if the import duty is less than 1 euro, then nothing to worry. So that means if your value, the value of the item is really very less, maybe like I think it's 5 euros in that case, then you need not do anything. Nothing has to be done. Diese abgabenfreien Post- und Kuriersendungen können wie bisher direkt zugestellt werden, wenn keine Verbot und Beschränkungen entgangen stehen. This probably means that these charges can be paid well in advance as well if there is no such prohibitory thing in the parcel. Now they have given a link which I would click later on. I would like to read on further. Die Voraussetzung der Geschenksendungen von einer Privatperson an eine andere Privatperson liegt in ihrem Fall nicht vor. So, dass die Erhebung der EUST correct ist. So, they mean that in my case, I have not received, the parcel that I have received is not from private person to private person. I mean, to is definitely me who is a private person, but the people who have sent from the other side, that is in USA, they are not a private person, that is a company. So for that reason, if it were from private person to private person, then it would have been alles in ordnung, that is it would have been okay. But in this case, because the company has sent to a private person, thereby I have to pay the bill, the custom charges. So now I would take you to the two links that they have shared with me. Anyways, I'll be sharing these two links in description as well, so you can have a look at them at your side as well. So clicking on the first link takes me to this page. So now what they mention is on this page, Änderungen ab 1. Juli 2021 beim e-commerce. So now what they mention is, I think I must better copy paste and check it in DeepL. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so now what they mention is on 1st July 2021, exemption of 22 limit of 22 euros ceased to apply. So that means before 1st July 2021 there was another rule. That is up to 22 euros things will be exempted from ZOL, that is customs and import duties, which has no more in effect now. This means that as a rule you will have to pay import duties for every item you order from a third country. So third country by their definition means anything which is outside of Euro. That includes USA, UK, China, Switzerland, and also Gross Britannia, that is Britain, and of course India. Since this date, customs declaration must generally be submitted for all shipments from a third country. This task is usually performed by the carrier of the goods, that is the responsible postal or courier service. This service also pays the import duty to the customs. Okay, so that means in case if you are calling some product from outside, then you have to instruct the customs department, the shipping carrier, to inform the customs department well in advance, and of course pay them the fees. Well, these are two deep details that neither I am interested nor I understand this stuff. However, duties of less than 1 euros are not levied. Okay, so that means in case if your product is the import duty which is charged on your product is less than 1 euro, then nothing to worry, it will directly come to your place. So that means the overall cost of the product should be somewhere around 5 euros only, because 19% is charged, and 19% of 5 euro will be somewhere around 1 euro, something less than that. These duty-free postal and courier consignments can be delivered directly as before, as if there were no prohibitions or restrictions to the contrary, for the service registration of shipment with customs payment and blah 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 blah. So this is all about this. Now going further, they have given a Beispiel, that is an example. So what they say is, Sie bestellen in China Kabelbinder im Wert von 10 Euro. That is, you order something from China for the value of 10 euro. Die Einfuhrumsatzsteuer. Einfuhrumsatzsteuer means import duty tax is 19%. So you have to pay 19% of 10 euro as a import duty tax. Sendungen bis zum einem Wert von 150 euros in zollfrei. So now friends, make it very clear. They are now saying up to 150 euros products or parcels are custom free, zoll free. Here they are mentioning zoll free, and here they mention import duty tax. Both are different. Verbrauchsteuern fallen keine an. That is entirely a different thing that we'll talk about later on. Für die Zollabwicklung verlangt der Beförderer eine Servicepauschale von 5 Euro. That is, for collection of Zoll, that is the taxes and everything, there is a service pauschale, that is a flat rate service of 5 euros. Okay, so that means in case if DHL is going to deliver your product, then DHL will charge you 5 euros only for collection of the tax. In my case, of course, it was only 1.86 euros, but still I had to pay 5 euros as pauschale, that is service flat rate. Okay, so gehen wir weiter. Rechnungsbeitrag, that is 10 Euro, that is the item product cost, and Berechnung der Einfuhrumsatzsteuer, that is import duty tax, will be 19% of the 10 Euro. Servicepauschale, collection of money, will be 5 euros. Umsatzsteuer und Servicepauschale will be 6.90 euros. So you see friends, if you order something for 10 euros from outside of EU, be sure that you have to pay 6.90 euros as service charge. As you can give any name, Zoll or import duty tax or pauschale or whatever, but you have to shell out this much money. Now there is much more information about it. One important thing is aus Drittländern. Einführungsabgaben. Die folgenden Einführungsabgaben können für ihre Ware erhoben werden. So now they have clarified there are three different things: Zoll, EUST and VST. Zoll is customs, EUST is Einfuhrumsatzsteuer, that is import duty, and VST is Verbrauchsteuern. So customs is the customs, import duty is 19%, 7 to 19%, and this VST Verbrauchsteuern is for special goods like alcohol, tobacco, coffee. So they have mentioned like if the value of the item Sachwert der Sendung bis 150 Euro, that is 150 Euro is the value of the parcel, item in the parcel, then there will be no Zoll, no customs. However, import duty will be there. Sachwert der Sendung über 150 Euro. So in case if it is more than 150 Euro, then you have to pay Zoll, customs as well as import duty. In Sendungen enthaltete VST waren, in case if the contents of the packet has something like alcohol, tobacco, coffee, perfume, something stuff like that, then you have to pay three different charges: your customs, your import duty as well as VST. So this makes my concepts clear. It's a well laid down rule, and there is no exception. I mean, there is nothing wrong that happened to me. The only thing, the only wrong thing that happened was I was not aware of this rule, and thereby I recommend you people to please make your friends also aware, because I don't want you guys to land into same unpleasant mood after receiving a prize.
So now the rule says that 19%, that is 19% of customs duty will be charged on your parcel value. So in my case, it so happened that my t-shirt was 10 USD, 10 US dollars, which which today's value is almost 10 euros. So they simply charged 1.86 euros, or you can say 1.9 euros, which becomes 19% of the value on my parcel. That's why I had to pay that as a customs duty. Now again I have to recall whether it is customs duty or import duty. I have to check it out, but I have to pay it. Now the biggest trouble comes when it comes over the carrier charges. So DHL has a pauschale, that is a flat rate of 5 euros as collection charges. So in total it becomes 6 euros 86 cents which is the value which I showed you in the screen as well previously. So this was all about customs and import duties, friends. Now you be aware and be cautious that even if you order something from USA, for example ebay.com or maybe like amazon.com, and anything you bring from outside of EU to Germany or within EU through any courier company, then you are liable and you are most likely going to shell out extra money for import duties oblique custom charges. I am of the opinion that this video was helpful to you, friends. If you have any comments or any suggestions, please feel free to post them on YouTube comments. I'll be more than happy to connect with you. Thank you and bye bye.